Okay, so last time we're playing, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Sailors on the Starless Sea. You guys played through a good chunk of it. We went through the fighting the Vine Children. Went through the gatehouse, climbed over the rubble, fell into a pit, and died. And then had a nice little debacle in the ice chamber, which was one of my favorite parts of the last session. And then did some soul searching in a deep, deep well of nothingness and chaos. You guys are all in this this courtyard, and just to remind you, the reason you guys are there is because you all think, for perhaps different reasons or whatnot, that this is a place that's a source of evil for your community, and that beastmen have been coming out at night and stealing the men and women and children and taking them off to do God knows what to them. Some of you have lost family and friends, and so you're basically a bunch of freaking peasants coming out to try and burn this place down and bring some peace to your village. So, are there any other tidbits that you guys would want to recount from our session last time? That sounds like a no. You guys are eager.
I was thinking.
Think harder, Alex.
I can't.
Okay.
I got nothing.
As far as motives go, and for the money, he thinks there's treasure buried, and that's really why he came.
That's right.
Herbie and Tumble are still trying to figure out why the hell they're there, because I kind of riled up in the beginning, but now that they're definitely have some doubts.
Excellent. Thank you, Hugh.
Yeah.
This reminds me. I don't know if you mentioned it to Alex while I was away, but since Josh isn't playing with us today, we need to grab his characters and disperse them. And since Alex, you're down one, I was going to give you have you run Josh's character Glorison, the dwarf rat catcher.
Okay.
So if you would please go to Discord, and in the general chat I posted the PDFs for the characters.
Yeah.
Pop open that PDF for Josh and, either run off the dwarf rat catcher, in that PDF, or copy it down onto a piece of paper or something, whatever works for you.
Yeah, I've shot a printer. I see it right here. So.
Ethan, you have anything you'd like to recount or discuss from our last session?
No, just a second. Hold on, I gotta find the character sheets again.
Okay. And just a word to everybody. I was able to screw around with the streaming settings, so please roll in Roll20 today. I'm able to, through video capture, show all the rolls. So if we want to look back at it, you guys can actually see your rolls a little bit better. Isn't this exciting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Remember when Uther got brutally murdered and fell down a hill?
Yes.
Yeah, that was bad luck.
It was bad luck.
This rat catcher doesn't have a lot going on for him.
Oh, yeah? Let's do our best to not get his characters killed, but, if it happens, it happens.
Right.
We'll get him some more.
I just feel so bad for his wife.
Say again?
Where'd you post them?
They're in Discord in the general chat. There's PDFs.
It was like 20 days ago.
Yeah. There's 4 PDFs all in a list. It was on at 9:57. Yeah, there you go. You get another demerit for that, Ethan.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So, does everyone have their PDFs up?
Yes.
All right. So, you find yourselves having just gotten the axe from the fallen warrior and the armor as well. You're in the courtyard, and yeah, would you like me to describe the courtyard again?
Yeah, that would probably be good.
Okay. The courtyard is overgrown with sickly weeds and thick brambles. A deathly silence hangs in the air, as if even the frogs and insects are afraid to draw attention to themselves. The smell of rotting vegetation is pervasive, and the ground sucks at your boots with every tentative step, so it's pretty muddy in here. Nearly all of the courtyard's buildings have fallen into ruin. A single burnt-out shell set against the keep's east wall is the only remaining structure. Set near the heart of the courtyard is a well, framed with a crude pulley system. To the east is the keep's sole standing tower. And if you guys recall, so you've already looked into the well, and one of you nearly fell into it and was lost, but through miraculous saves was able to get out. You also found, and we ended our last session, looking at a you basically pulled away a bunch of dead brambles and matted weeds, and you found a log, a long flagstone that was half buried in the muddy ground. A few of you dug away the rotting soil. I think it was the Dwarven brothers were looking at this, and you discovered that a sigil carved into the face of the flagstone was there. This is a large flagstone, definitely heavy, far too heavy for a few of you to move.
I think didn't Leech find there like a sanctuary or like a chapel or something?
Yeah, there's a chapel with a pentagram on the wall.
Yeah. There, so that's on the east wall. It's a burnt-out shell, basically. It's definitely all. It's not in nothing here is in great condition. It's the only building that's remaining that's separate from the actual keep walls, and it's set to the eastern part of the courtyard. So what do you guys want to do?
I think we should go check out the chapel.
Yeah, let's do that.
My people start looking over that way. They're like, "What the fuck is that?" And we start walking towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take my people over there too.
Okay. Hugh, are you following suit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Leech is already there. Herbie and Tom will come over there too.
Okay. So, as you're all getting there, you notice that this once proud edifice has fallen into ruin like the rest of the keep, as I said before. All that remains of the building are fire-scarred high stone walls and toad-faced gargoyles leering from above. The singed bronze doors, cast with hundreds of wailing demonic faces, are barred from the inside out. Barred from the outside. The portal of the door is marked with a single word drawn in flaking red paint. It says in big all caps, "Repent," and basically it's the words "repent" written over this pentagram. The paint looks like it was placed there crudely, and it wasn't an original. You wouldn't presume that it was originally intended to be there. It wasn't part of the original design of the door.
Does it look more recent than, say, most else around us?
Any of you that have done any painting, presumably you've painted fences or side of your homes or whatever, would know that the flaking, the amount of flaking that's going on in this paint would suggest that it was painted several decades ago.
So Tom will speak up and just remember what happened last time we opened a door. Maybe we should stand aside if we do.
That's a good point. Do we have any rope we could tie around a handle and pull it open? Because I don't have any rope.
No, me neither.
Oh, what about the vines? Aren't there vines
Oh
everywhere?
yeah, the vines.
Could we grab a vine and tie it around the handle and open the door?
There is a stout handle. The door is like split in two, so it's like two doors that look like you pull them out.
All right, I'm gonna. His Lonnie, the locksmith? Since he knows doors, we'll go up there and I'm guessing there's vines around. He can tie around the
Yeah,
handle and maybe inspect the door a little bit.
yeah. You look around and after a moment of searching, you see a good stout length of vines that are curiously, like as you grab them, they sort of squirm for a second and then stop and fall lifeless. And you've got probably about 15 feet of stout, 1.5 inch or so diameter vine.
Okay.
The vines themselves are a bit thorny and they prick at your hands.
Can I tie it? Oh,
Doesn't hurt you. It's just kind
that's not very nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's, evil vines and all.
Yeah. So I'd like to, on the door, go the max distance I can away and open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you tie it on there and give it a heave, and the door opens with not too much trouble, although there is a loud kind of creaking noise of an unoiled hinge. Inside, as you open the door and you look inside, you see a horrific scene. 6 charred skeletons lie about the chapel, some crushed by fallen beams, likely from the ceiling. At the head of the chapel is a fountain depicting a squat demonic toad. A foul black ichor seeps from the toad's broad lips, pooling in the basin seated at the foot of the fountain.
Ew.
Battle.
As you open the door and you look on this, you can tell, even though these bodies are all like charred, decayed, but still, surprisingly, the stench of charred flesh lingers in the air, along with the sour scent of freshly burnt incense.
Hmm.
Is there anything that looks like it might be of value?
Are you going inside, or you just...
Ryan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is there anything that looks like it might be of value, like gold or silver or anything? Just kind of like peering in.
Yeah, if you look around, some of the skeletons actually appear to be have like some armor and assorted weapons near them. You see some like chainmail, some burned or scorched chainmail hauberks, and you can see. I mean, just peering in, you can see also there's like a mace or flail or two in there, but that's about all you can tell from just peering your head in.
All right, Leech is gonna just kind of bound in and kind of start patting down the corpses, trying to find like loose copper pieces or gold pieces. Yeah, and maybe if there's a dagger, we'll take that.
Is it dark in there, or can we see everything?
You can see everything. The ceiling is actually disappeared.
Gone.
Which character just went inside? Was it Leech? Leech? Okay. So as you step inside, Leech immediately hears the crackling of cinders and feels the heat of the blackened earth beneath your feet. So the very floor is heated. It doesn't feel like there's no threat to you. It's not like it's scorchingly hot.
Okay.
Yeah. And similarly, like as you get in, like the skeletons don't hop up and start attacking you, right? They remain as as still as they once were. Looking about, you can see hanging at the end of a long bronze chain a golden censer, blackened from the heat. You figure the censer, it probably has some worth to it.
He's going for that.
Okay. Yeah, so like you just take it off the chain?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Inspecting it, you can see that there's actually a few like cones of incense in it.
I'll brush those aside and just stash it before anybody else can really see me do it.
You get rid of the incense that were inside of it?
Yeah, and like in the hopes of nobody sees me take this thing, I try and like.
They're not burning, just so you know. They're unlit incense. Little cones.
Oh.
So you throw the incense cones to the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my mock or whatever.
I think while he's doing that, my blacksmith, who's been using a hammer this whole time, will see the weapons and kind of want to get something better.
Okay.
As he's seen some of the shit that's gone down.
Yeah, you looking around, you find a total of 3 scorched chainmail hauberks and 3 blackened maces and 1 flail.
I think he would like the flail, you know? It's kind of cool.
Good choice.
Hey.
Hello.
Who did I just hear?
This is Mary.
Oh, hey, Mary.
What's a flail?
It's like a little ball on chain
What
thing with spikies.
Flail?
Nice.
You can spin it, hit really hard. I figure like a blacksmith would probably use that pretty well. Maybe not. I don't know. But and will the chainmail fit any dwarves, or is it human size?
Yeah, it'll fit you.
Okay.
Who had the and the big axe?
Oh, that's my dwarf miner.
Okay. I think Tom will like a mace. You said a mace, right?
Yep, there's 3 blackened maces and 1 flail. All of them are kind of charred from the damage the fire that happened.
We'll take a mace.
My people are going to slowly meander inside and I guess take a closer look at that toad thing.
Okay. So as they get closer, you get basically within 10 feet of this.
Carefully, they walk in.
Okay. Yeah, so you can feel all that heat and cinders. You get right up to it, about 10 feet away, and you can feel the heat coming off the toad fountain. As you move closer, what do you do? So you've got within 10 feet, you can feel that this thing is emanating some heat.
From the floor or from the toad?
The toad fountain itself, and recall, a foul black ichor seeps from the toad's broad lips, pooling in the basin seated at the foot of the fountain.
Is it like, say, the same black stuff that came out of the vine people's bodies that killed everybody else?
It looks similar. It does look similar. However, it isn't like filled with those seeds that were all over the place. Those like jelly-like seeds. So you're about 10 feet away from it. Do you do anything else?
How far is that from the door? Like
50 feet.
So we're most of the way into this building.
You're all the way into the back of it.
Is there anything else on a pedestal or just this toad thing?
If you guys looked around, are you looking around, or what are you doing?
Yeah, we're looking around.
Within about 10 feet or so of you, you can see, in basically like half buried in some rubble as you search around, you can find a coffer, a blackened iron coffer that's sort of half buried. One of your folks notices it. There's a stout iron lock on the coffer.
Oh, maybe my locksmith could pick that.
Maybe.
How stout is this lock?
It's of like castle grade construction, so rather stout.
All right, well, I think Lonnie will come up to this coffer and see if he can pick the lock.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me a. Do you have lockpicks?
I have fine tools, so yes.
Okay, so you are. And do you have you have a lockpick as your occupation?
Yeah, he's a locksmith.
Okay, yeah. So then you can give me a dexterity check, and you can roll a d20 since you're skilled in it.
Let's see here. Yeah, 19.
Okay, you succeed.
Wait,
The lock.
should be doing in roll 20.
Yes, you should be doing.
Oh,
20.
Sorry, I did it in.
You're okay. I will accept the roll, but for future reference, do it in roll 20, please.
Sorry.
No, you're good, man. So
How do I do it in here?
basically it's the same language /R.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So inside are 3 additional cones. You find like 3 cones of incense wrapped in what looks like this dark, almost like it's a cloth that's black, and it almost looks like it dances like an oil sheen. It looks like an unholy cloth stitched with the golden signs of chaos.
Oh. So there's just incense in this cloth in there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I... I think Lonnie's going to pull that stuff out. He's going to look at it, want to get in there and see what's going on with it.
Okay. What is he attempting to do?
I think he's gonna inspect the cloak. Kind of.
Well, it's not so much a cloak as a cloth.
Or, sorry, cloth.
I
meant cloth.
Yeah, like think of it as like maybe it's like a tablecloth kind of size, not even tablecloth, like maybe 1 foot long by 1.5 foot, and it's like a delicate, very smooth cloth, and as you touch it, you can feel like it. Not only does it have the visual cues of it looking like an oil sheen, but also you can feel oil on your skin for a moment as you touch it. But then that oil, after a few moments, it disappears. You can see that there's, in fact, no tar or oil on your hands.
Does anybody have any arcane lore in the party that could inspect this better than Lonnie?
My Elven has demonic language.
You don't see any written words.
Heightened senses.
Can I light it on fire?
The cloth?
Uh-huh.
Sure, you can light it on fire.
Or actually, does it match does it kind of feel like what that gargoyle is pumping out?
So it's like a toad, right? And there's sort of like a black ichor coming out of it. It has a similar sheen and oily nature to in appearance, but that would be the extent of it. The black ichor that's coming out, it almost looks like it's boiling. It's bubbling every once in a while, like with a lethargic big bubble. And anyone who's gotten within, I think the closest anyone's gotten to it is Ethan's folks, and he could feel the heat coming off of it.
Interesting. Huh.
Oh, and one more thing that I should notice to Ethan's folks. Ethan, who got the closest, who's like taking the lead inspecting the toad?
Probably Erica, the Elven.
Okay, so
She's got the most confidence.
as she takes a moment and pauses from the heat that's emitting off the fountain, she can see that covered by some char and ash, there actually appears to be red gemstone eyes and jeweled fangs within the loathsome maw of the toad. Altogether, you count about 12 semi-precious stones. This is many, 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 many times over the total accumulated wealth of your village.
I guess she looks over in the general direction of Leech and yells, "Hey, there's a bunch of gold over there."
We'll come bounding over.
Okay, when you say come bounding over, do you go to where Eric is, or do you go straight to the fountain?
Pointing is where I was going to.
I'm sorry?
I'll look up at Erica and said, "Just gold?"
She just points over to the fountain, smiles.
There's no gold. There's no gold over there. They're gems, recall.
Right, yeah, sorry, gems.
So I'll go over to the fountain and immediately start picking away at the gems.
Okay. As soon as you get within 5 feet of the statue, the ichor begins to animate and rolls up out of the basement and attacks you.
Good.
And it gets a, it's got a 21 hit. Let's see. And it deals 4 damage and ignites you on fire.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
All right, you basically, it whips out at you like with this like sort of sudden like arm that sticks out, and it cuts it ignites on fire, and it forms like a saber's blade and cleaves you in twain, and then lights your body and clothing on fire.
Awesome.
Okay, everybody roll initiative. And recall that we do it based on whoever is the fastest in your group. So whoever has the highest initiative, you'll roll for all of your people based on that one roll. So we're going player initiative, not player character.
I've had to roll d20 plus 1, so I should have 17.
Okay. Waiting on everybody.
Is that agility or stamina?
It should be an initiative. So d20 plus whatever your modifier, whatever the initiative is. Okay, so top of the order is Alex. What do your characters do? You have Lonnie, Mike, Blaine, and Glorizin. Is that correct?
Yeah, and so I think Lonnie and Mike and Blaine are back getting the flail, and Lonnie's over there picking that lock, checking out the cloth, and then I guess I have Glorizin too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just look at him real fast. Okay. So he's kind of still hanging in the back, maybe by the door. Is Leech still on fire?
Yes. He's on a lot of fire, and with his last breath, what is I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, Alex. What does Leech say with his last breath?
Just wanted the gems.
Okay. All right, Alex. What do you do?
Is this like thing that killed Leech like out like in form now?
Yeah, it basically takes the form in a. Did you ever watch the film Fern Gully?
Yes.
Okay, do you recall like the oil monster that kind of changes form quite a bit? Picture that. Yeah, picture that, but it's got like the shape of a toad with like these fangs and glowing eyes. So it imitates the statue, but it's like dripping. And every once in a while there'll be like sort of a solar flare kind of thing that comes off of it that ignites with flame and spurts this black oil tar everywhere.
So now, does the flame come directly from this blob, or is it kind of like conjured in front of it, and then his stuff goes through it?
It's not actively on fire. Like parts of it explode with fire every once in a while, but small amounts, such that like it's very hot. It's definitely something that you wouldn't want to be covered in. But the fire that's shooting off of it isn't like giant spurts of flame that would emoliate you right away, right? It's just like, a 6 or 8 inch spurt of fire that shoots off of it periodically in different spots. I kind of
want to throw my torch at it.
Okay.
Because Blaine still has his torch. Yeah, I'm going to throw my torch at this thing. It looks like if it catches on fire, could do some damage to it.
Already on fire.
Yeah, it is fire.
So Blaine, does Blaine throw his torch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the torch is lit and it is heaved. Blaine, where's Blaine's position in relation?
He was with like the chainmail and armor, so I'm not quite sure where that is in respect to your statue.
Okay, so Ethan, are all your people together about 10 feet away from the statue?
Yeah, they were all next to the chest where they pulled the shirt out.
Okay. Oh, that's where Lonnie is.
Okay, so let's actually draw this out because we have the tools. Let's do it. So all right, I'm going to take a shape. So I'll move you guys over there too. How about that? Can you see that shape that I drew?
Yeah, it's a nice shape.
Yeah. So let's see. See that these are like. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Are there any tapestries around this place that Ethan can light on fire?
Yeah, there are. There's actually some tapestries on either side, but they're like extremely tattered. So these are like broken pews, right? Let's see. Here's about where the statue was, where the toad is. There's various skeletons about throughout the place. The door is right here. It symbolizes the door. Let's see. Ethan's there with his folks. And about 10 feet away, Leech is dead. Go ahead and place your people approximately where they were.
Me? Like...
No, we know where you are.
Yeah, that seems... Yeah, because they were all together at this point.
Where? Oh. That's creepy.
This is
so big.
Yeah.
Where was the chainmail and mace and flail and stuff like that?
Most of them were like moved about on skeletons that are over here. It actually looked like a lot of the skeletons were packed near the door. Some of them looked like they were like scraping at the door. There's actually like nail bites of like nails that had like carved into the wood. You get the sense that the people that were in here were trying desperately to get out.
Oh, that's not good. And then,
The door's still open.
To exit, yes, it is. Okay, so
Yes. Okay, never mind.
this guy is on fire. Okay, so you guys, actually it was Blaine, right? Blaine's about 30 feet or so. So go ahead and give me a dexterity check. You're going to throw it at an agility check. You're throwing it, so use a d20 plus whatever your agility modifier is.
oh, sorry, it's Mike that throws it,
Okay.
not Blaine.
That's okay.
They're so confusing. All right. Oh, God.
Okay. The torch flies and lands about like right here. And it give me a D100. If it's 50 or higher, it stays lit. Okay. The torch stays lit and is like located right about here. So if someone wants to put it on the map, you're welcome to. All right. And what about Lonnie or Blaine or Glorzen?
Glorzen is terrified, so I'm just gonna kind of move him away
Okay.
from everything, because well,
He's hanging out with the skeletons.
yeah, he's terrified. Let's see here. I guess Blaine's gonna kind of move a little bit closer. Nice torch. And kind of see what's going on. I know he's still kind of far away, so
These are dead skeletons, just so you know.
let me just
Okay,
So
so where does Blaine go?
Blaine's he's gonna step up here.
Okay. So he runs up, and what does he do? Does he go for the torch, or?
No, he's kind of just gonna hang out here behind this pew
Okay.
and see what's going on. Lonnie is he's kind of a coward too, so he's gonna kind of step back a little bit as well and assess the situation.
Okay.
So
All right. So this black ichor guy is going to go straight at Ethan's folks and is going to strike out at. I need to get all your names down, Ethan. Can you tell me them? There's Erica. What are the others? Ethan, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you removed the list that was in the corner with the other map.
he had a
Okay.
mercenary.
I didn't write anything
you have.
down.
Oh, good job. Let's see. You have Mark.
Yeah, Mark was the mercenary. Charles was the confidence artist. Erica was the forester, and Oscar.
Oscar, excellent. Okay. All right. So the black ichor strikes out at Oscar, and what's your AC?
10.
Okay. What are you wearing armor or anything?
No.
Okay. It's the sort of arm pod thing shoots out, lights on fire, and comes down with a torch, and it smacks down right between your feet, missing you by millimeters.
Okay.
And it moves to get like basically all amongst your people. All right, Hugh. You have Herbie, Tommel, and who else?
Felipe.
Felipe. Is that it? I think you have one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because we killed Leech. All right, go for it.
So Felipe is gonna pick up a mace. Sorry, he's going to throw his hand axe
Okay,
at the.
sounds good. Give me an attack.
Dexterity or
Stamina, yeah.
stamina.
I'm sorry, not stamina. Agility. I'm getting them a little confused.
Okay, so D20 plus modifier.
Yes,
Right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And just so you guys know, if you ever do anything that's like particularly provides you with some kind of particular advantage, where you could make an argument that perhaps you have an advantage in something based on your occupation or particular scenario that's going on, I might allow you to roll a higher die. So from a 20, you'd go up to a 24.
He's a woodcutter, so he's probably adept at throwing axes.
He might. He would be, but this isn't quite one of those situations. Like if
You know, the lumberjack games.
Yeah, lumberjack games. I hear you. Okay, let's just do that for fun then.
That's a good point.
So what are you giving me?
/R D4 or D24
24
plus whatever your modifier is. So you actually crit on that. So
Yeah.
so let's give you a. Do you have that 0 level cheat sheet that's up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, why don't you roll on the critical table?
So this would be like a. I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure how to do this.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now so I can help you through it. So roll a D4 modified by your luck modifier.
Okay.
So whether it's a plus or minus, put it in there. Okay.
I got a 4.
What's the result?
So strike foe's kneecap, inflict 1d4 damage.
Okay. It doesn't quite have a kneecap, but let's just say that it cleaves off like one of its appendages, and it falls to the ground, and
It has a minus 10 feet penalty to speed until healed.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it clogs off like that bottom half of it, and it is sort of like split in two, and the other half sort of becomes unanimated. So you can roll a D4 plus whatever the other damage dice was for your axe.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. So it's a D4 plus whatever my normal damage is.
That's correct.
Oh, okay. What's up?
So a total of 9 damage.
Damn.
GD.
Can you guys roll me 2d10? Actually, no, I got it. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, you fuck it up. You hit it. It basically split in half, and it's now half of its size. And it instead of like screaming, it's sort of like the sound of a frog like screaming in terror. If you ever hear like the distress calls that they put out, but it's gargled by this oil that shoots out of its mouth. All right, Hugh. So was that Herbie that did that? So you've got Tom and Felipe.
Thanks, Josh.
Okay. Yeah. So Herbie and Tom, what are they doing?
Tommel sees the success that Felipe has, and he's gonna throw his mace at it that he just picked up. So yeah, he's got a -1 agility, so we'll see how that works for him. $20. Oh shit! Sorry, I rolled that wrong. That's a 9.
Let me check the AC. That does not hit. So actually, you throw. What was it? An axe that you threw? Or a mace? Okay, you throw it, and it goes straight at the thing. Like you think it's going to clobber right in the whatever jelly, oily head it is, and a hole appears in its body, and the mace just flies right through it and smashes into the golden statue, sending gems flying all over the ground. Okay, Tommel?
That was Tommel.
Oh, sorry, Herbie.
Herbie is going to he's going to start making his way towards the door. He's not getting in that.
Okay. All right, Ethan, you're up.
Yeah, seeing the success that the axe did to it, and the fact they're essentially trapped by it now, everybody just sort of goes for it all at once. But we can go with Mark first with his longsword attack.
All right. Roll your attack. You hit.
Damn.
Oh, +1. Yeah, cool.
All right, roll your damage.
That's +1 too. Why won't it let me? Oh, because that's the other thing. All right. Yeah, we'll take that one as well.
Okay, so you slice through and cleave off one of its appendages, and it sort of falls to the ground with a splat, and then another appendage rears out where it once was, and you feel like you did some. You would have done more damage than you actually did. Like, it looks like it doesn't react quite the same as it did with that amazing critical hit earlier.
Is it getting smaller?
It does grow a bit smaller, so it's about the size of a person now.
So it is losing the mass that is removed from it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Who had the short sword? Oscar is going to go in for strike.
All right.
What is the All right, never mind.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. You miss. Your blade goes through and it looks like it should hit, and then once again it like evades the hit by moving its body away from the attack. All right, your final character.
There's 2 more.
Oh, that's right. You have 2 more.
The elf has a staff. All it says is staff. I don't know. I want to say if it's wood, it's
Yeah, it's probably like stout wood, like hardwood.
okay. Then she's definitely not going to use that on the thing that sets on fire.
It actually takes quite a bit to light like hardwood on fire. You have to stick it in a flame for a while. But it may char it.
Alright, yeah, I guess she'll just pick up another weapon later if this doesn't work out. She'll strike with the staff.
That hits. Roll your damage. Okay. You hit it, and now it's about the size of a dwarf. And it screams out with a painful gargle, as it did before. It looks like you've nearly dispatched it.
Then, yeah, I guess we got one more. He's gonna take a swing with the dagger. Which sounds not fun, but he's gonna go for it because there's a lot of energy in the room right now.
I'm really feeling the aura here. All right, that's gonna miss. You drive the dagger into it, and once again it avoids it, and you are really up close to this thing. Who was that?
That was Charles.
Okay, Charles is like right up in his face. Okay, up to the top of the order with Alex.
Alright.
Battle axe.
Yeah. How far away is Mike from this thing?
Mike is probably 25, 30 feet away.
Shit, his speed's 20.
Yeah, 25 feet. You could use your action to move all the way there if you want.
But then I couldn't attack, right?
That's correct.
Oh. Can I throw my axe? Can I like run and throw it?
Yeah, you could throw it from this distance too, even.
Well, I think I'd move a little bit closer to make it easier.
It won't.
Gotten smaller.
It won't change the difficulty at this range. You can throw it proficiently. However, keep in mind that you have a 50% chance of hitting anyone in melee, which includes all of Ethan's characters.
Shit. He is pretty dumb. I think he's just gonna run in there.
Okay.
He's not that dumb. So he's just gonna
Run up in there and try and get
Yeah.
Is he moving his whole distance or just?
Yeah, he'll move. Well, he'll move. So he said he's 20 feet away.
25.
So yeah. So he'll be 5 feet away.
Okay.
Leroy Jenkins, and then Blaine is closer. So I think he could probably make it.
Yeah, he could get there.
He's gonna see this guy getting shrunk and run in there and swing with the flail he picked up.
Okay.
Well, he had a hammer, which is 1d4. Will using the flail cause any issues or change anything?
No, it doesn't.
1d6.
Okay.
You still use your same attack bonus.
Well, I didn't know. I meant the damage modifier.
The damage modifier doesn't change. The dice changes to a d6.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, exactly. But your 2 hits should be the same.
So then, okay, so I'll roll a d20 with my strength modifier.
Yep.
Fuck.
Oh.
The 7. You do not. You do not hit.
Well, good old flail.
Good job, Blaine.
Yeah. So good. All right, and then Lonnie, also being inspired by all this attacking going on, is going to charge in with his dagger.
Okay, everyone's just like gang beating this black thing. Yeah, fuck that thing.
He's gonna get kind of behind him though.
Yeah.
Is there room behind him?
Yeah, that's sure. That's fine. I'll actually give you if you get behind him, you can roll an extra die. Like you're trying to create an advantage for yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of what my thought was.
Yeah, so go ahead and move it up the dice chain to D24.
A what?
D24.
Oh. Okay. Will the dagger still use my strength modifier?
Yes, it does.
24.
Nice.
Alright, you hit. Roll your damage.
Alright. That is... Four damage.
Okay. You smash into the back of it, and it seems that your dagger finds something solid, and with a giant reverberation, the whole thing explodes, shooting this hot flame, sort of ichor all over you guys. Everyone who's there needs to succeed on a reflex saving throw. Everyone who's in melee, so that would be Blaine, all of Ethan's characters, and Lonnie.
Okay.
So we'll start with Alex. You've got Lonnie. And
Blaine. Oh my god, I can't type today. Alright,
Nice.
Lonnie.
yeah, you just dodge out of the way like Matrix style. It's like this flaming ichor's flying all over the place. As you move back into dodge, you notice that the your dagger has found the symbol of chaos, and it's basically embedded into it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
right.
What about Blaine?
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Blaine takes a D4 of damage.
peace out.
Does he only have 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Okay, he's dead. He lights on fire, and it goes screaming towards the door, and smashes into the door, and writhes to his death.
No.
Is Blaine one of the dwarfs?
Yeah,
Oh no!
he was the dad.
Oh no! Blaine! How I loved you.
He screams his son's names that I can't remember. I call him Gimli and Gloin, and as he burns to death,
Okay.
and he's clawing at the air.
The smoke is going into his lungs.
Skin melts off his hand.
His bones are exposed on his fingers.
Yes.
The whole process takes about 15 minutes.
All right. So See you guys in 15 minutes while he dies.
Okay. Hugh, your characters. You actually don't have anyone in there, do you?
No,
Nope.
good.
You're good. Ethan, all of your characters need to succeed on a DC 10 reflex.
Oh, it's a D10.
DC 10. So you need to do a D20 plus your saving, your reflex mod. It should say whatever your reflex saving throw is. Right, so who is that?
So Mark's dead.
Okay, Mark. Does Mark have no hit points? Or one hit point, rather?
Oh, he's got 3 hit points.
Yeah, so take a D4. I'll roll it for you. Sorry. 3 points.
So he's dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Next one.
That's Charles.
Alright, roll.
I did, yeah, he got 15.
Okay, he succeeds.
Woo!
Erica got 17.
She also succeeds.
Oh, god damn it.
Who's that?
Oscar got 5.
No.
How many hit points does Oscar have?
3.
Now he has 1.
What?
Yay.
He's also on fire.
Oh no.
So someone better do something. You better do something quick. You have one round to do something, or else you're going to light up.
Lonnie has some holy water. He could
Gonna
jump on it.
stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, give me another. If you're stop, dropping, and rolling. Wait, is Lonnie helping?
Can he dump? He took holy water off of Indy's corpse. Can I dump the holy water on him?
Yeah, so what I'll do is this will actually help provide an advantage. So, Ethan, what you need to do is, since you're getting advantage from Lonnie, roll a D24 and for your reflex mod. If you succeed on this, then the flames disappear. /r, not Reddit.
Go to the D24 subreddit.
Yeah. Alright, you succeed narrowly.
Woof.
Alright.
That was 25 gold pieces worth of water, so I'm gonna need that money. That'd be cool.
You're gonna, yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay, so has everyone done their saves? I believe so. So, you know, looking about, these like 12 semi-precious stones have fallen all over the ground. Do you guys, what do you do with them? I mean, they're like easily the most wealth you've ever seen.
Can we split them up?
It's up to you guys.
There's
I think-
12 of them?
What, was there a question just asked?
Yeah, how many stones are there?
There's 12 semi-precious stones. Yeah.
I think we'd split them up. Maybe
Well, each person can get 1, and then we have 4 left over.
we should save for our victims' families.
Charles and Mark are dead, right?
Oh, Mark died?
Yeah, Mark died.
What the worst mercenary ever.
Yeah, he made 1 successful strike this whole round, and it was the turn before his death.
Oh, I love it. So, let's just keep it simple. You guys looking at the gems, you can see that they have a wealth of 150 gold.
I'm going to pop out of the chat and pop back in. I'm having issues.
Okay.
Alright.
We're going to take a break here in a few minutes.
Okay, Charles is gonna strip all the stuff off his body though, like the long sword. That seems much more useful than his shitty dagger.
Go for it.
Felipe
I'm
will
gonna
go up.
assume that his large sack and hide armor are incinerated into flame.
Was the hide armor the one from the undead guy, or the dead warrior? Is that where you got it?
No, that was Oscar had the strange armor.
Okay. Yeah, Oscar's armor is fine.
Okay, but the hide armor that came with Mark is Dunzo?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Did it burn?
It did burn. It smells awful.
Probably because he was unwatched, because he was a shitty mercenary. So Charles is going to pick up that longsword. That's about that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, did anybody else drop any weapons? Lonnie's thinking that maybe his dagger isn't going to cut it after he narrowly dodged a fire.
Erica's going to go pick up Leech's satchel that has the gold in it from the basement and get real mad.
Oh, the silver.
Oh,
Yeah,
that he picked off the wall.
Yeah.
Picked off the wall.
So Leech didn't Leech also steal the sensor?
Yeah.
Okay, so the sensor and the bag with all the silver fall to the ground. And yes, you find the silver there, and you can tell every once in a while you can see like a whole rune, and yeah, you can see who stole it.
Can you still read it?
The words are destroyed without recognition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Felipe and Tomo will go over to where that big monster was and retrieve their hand axe and mace, respectively.
Okay. Does anyone grab the sensor, or do they leave it on the ground?
I think we should look at it. Oh, Lanny's got that. Is the sensor what he stole that kind of started this?
No, in fact, you would figure that just becoming in proximity to the to the fountain is what keyed this out. There was no reaction when the sensor was picked up. Do you guys know what a sensor is?
No.
Nope.
At one point, but no.
Okay, I'm gonna just pull it up. So a sensor, like, are any of you guys Catholic?
By proxy.
Okay, so you know when like the pre. Okay, well, Mary, I don't know. Anyways, like, you know when the priests walk around when they've got like that nice ornate like metal thing and they swing it around with incense?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did that one time I went with Allie.
Right.
Wait, when did he pick that up?
It was weird.
It was on a chain.
Yeah, when did he
He
grab
pocketed it like right when he first came in there, and didn't tell anybody.
Right.
It's what they used to put holy water in everybody.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I really thought he was gonna hit people with it.
Yeah.
Like a flag.
So basically, you can tell that this is something that, like, in this chapel of chaos, this was one of their, unholy implements that they would use. And I think someone else picked up some incense. One of Alex's, yeah. So
should we put the incense in the sensor or just destroy the sensor?
Well,
You can't put incense in the sensor.
Lonnie's dagger with the chaos symbol did the dagger impale into the chaos symbol, or the chaos symbol is now part of the dagger, like latched on?
Yeah, no, basically it's like this hard wooden or roughly cut symbol of chaos, and it the dagger like cut into it. The wood is like black and emanates strange and powerful heat from it. And I heard Mary, you mentioned that you can't put incense in it. There are some that you would put water in it, like you said, and you'd anoint people with holy water. This is one of the ones where you would put incense in and swing it gently back and fro.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly. Sorry, yeah, you're right. I know exactly.
I think they use those at Catholic funerals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's used in a lot of situations.
Yeah, there's different masses that you use it at to bless like the people and everything.
Yeah.
I hate that one more than the water.
So that's what that is. If you guys want to look at photos of a sensor, in this case it's unholy, so it have like symbols of chaos on it, like the miniaturized like gargoyle faces on it. It sort of actually, as you hold it, you can see that there's this like faint, like every once in a while, just a drop of that same black ichor falls to the ground, but it doesn't seem to do anything. It just has this sort of effect to it. And it never quite cools. It's still warm, even though there's no incense burning in it. It does, however, smell of incense. The smell is pleasant.
Hmm.
And
Like a nice cedar smell.
yeah, more like a chaotic incense smell. You know that.
Oh, yeah. You can get that at the down the road.
Right.
The swagger is that?
Yeah, it's like the smells that people on Facebook, they sell like oil diffusers and stuff. It's like that, but chaos like.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Pleasant smell of chaos.
The pleasant smell of chaos. Now available.
Okay, so we're gonna take a few minute break. You guys good to get back at 11:30?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. We'll catch you up at 11:30.
Cool.
All right.